Introducing here the ONiO keyboard. On a very high level, we're going to look at our proprietary and ultra low energy keyboard scanning, our highly efficient and integrated power management, and our state-of-the-art ultra low power radio. All right, so we're looking at the ONiO keyboard demo today. It's a demo we did after analyzing many keyboards in the market and realizing a few things that is important for a keyboard. Obviously, we can group it into a few things. On one hand, it's the battery lifetime, it's the level of integration, and also stability or quality of the radio link that you offer. So when we did that, obviously one of the key important things for us is to show our chip that we have here, working with a solar cell over there, and then obviously that you're connected to all keys available. So what we found was that we wanted to optimize the IP or technology used to scan the keys. So with the ONiO chip, you have autonomous IP that scans keys and does it at a very low energy level. What that means to you as an integrator or manufacturer of keyboard is that the current or energy used when you're passively scanning a key or waiting for a key to be pressed is absolutely minimal. And we achieve that by the ability you can push any key at any time and it will wake up and kind of trigger the rest of the system. So this happens completely autonomously. You configure it once and it survives through all the sleep states and those things on the chip. Then secondly, you need some kind of autonomous behavior around the solar cell and the capture and storage of energy. This is one of the hallmarks that ONiO has on all their chips, and it's the fact that you can connect one or more solar cells and you can utilize and run directly from that energy, or when there's surplus energy, you can store that in energy reservoir. That could be a supercap, it can be a battery, or it can just be a regular cap. So that takes us through the two first kind of big blocks of making a good and sustainable keyboard that uses minimum energy. The third part, which is also very important, is that these keyboards, they need a very reliable and low power radio link. And this is also one of the big IPs that we implemented at ONiO was our own radio. It can do operate in various modes like Bluetooth, Shockburst, and 15.4. For the keyboards, typically the Bluetooth and Shockburst is what you want to see. But here, the key takeaway and the added benefit from the end user is that we are around a third of the active power utilized by the best chips in the market today. So what we show here is obviously a more retro type keyboard with mechanical keys. But the takeaway is that this solves the three kind of hurdles we saw for these keyboards in the market. It's the autonomous and low power scanning of the keys, which is typically not well done today. So here you have full debounce capability, you have programmability of scan, grouping keys, and so forth. It is the autonomous and kind of integrated power management and harvesting. And thirdly, it is a very, very low power and highly efficient radio, which you do require specifically when you're running this in Bluetooth mode where you need to keep connection going, or if you have more of the gaming type keyboard where actually the connection interval is very short, the energy spent actively running the radio link is significant. And we believe we have solved all those three items. It's available in this demo. The main thing here is to look at an application, and what we typically do is we look at the application, analyze the application, and then we solve kind of what we identify as the bottleneck. So for this keyboard, it was the three things I mentioned: highly efficient radio, highly integrated power management system, and then obviously the superior scanning of the keys. So that's all. That's the introduction for the keyboard. It will be available soon, and you can test it with your own integration, with your own protocol, and hopefully you can type away.